So we got to talk about you lighting someone on fire on stage.
I did do that. Recently actually, Hunter and I talk every day almost. And I think only recently in the last couple of months did Hunter actually know that was me. Because I think someone else that he was friends with was like, yo, you're friends with the guy who lit his guitar player on fire. Like, he's in your band. That's it. I did that. if you watch that, you'll see that like I'm like staring at him for a moment, and then you'll see I tried blowing it out. Watch right here.
The dude taking photos from behind you is fucking great.
And then I kick him. God,
yeah, you really don't want him to live.
It was useless in trying to save his life, but I was a great help in ending it. Okay. Brake cleaning fluid. That's the thing. Okay. He wore a second like button up shirt, like, just like what I'm wearing. He wore a second button up shirt. So he's like triple layered. It's in the middle and it's dead of summer. So and this is the last song in the set. So I'm like, I don't know how you're doing all of this anyways, but you do a second layer extra, spray some brake cleaning fluid on him. You just light it up. And if what it's supposed to do is just kind of like, burn out like pretty quick and just go out on its own, I got a little overzealous. I really wanted it to look extra cool. I really wanted it to be cool, and I almost killed it. We did not warn anybody, and we did not come up with a backup plan, which we did not really talk about until after the fact. We were like, that was really fucking dumb.
Where's the nearest fire extinguisher type thing?
No idea where a fire extinguisher was, but I can say, because like in the video, you can see that there's like a doorway like next to where he's standing. Through that is a very short hallway to a bathroom with a shower. And that was my next move. I was like, I'm going to Spartan kick him into the shower and just crank the water on him. We ended up not having to, because when that video ends, he's already like peeling off his shirt. He's taking his guitar off. A lot of like some of my best friends are in that room. They had no idea that was happening, and then they had to save his life, and we're just like, we're fucking sick. So yeah, I did almost kill my friend, and then when that happened, we had a lot of noise around us, because that was a Beartooth headliner, and it's like Beartooth, Vanna, Ghost Key, and then there were some like other Indiana bands playing as well. There's this band Plans that played, but anyways, after that we got some noise. Chris then did an impromptu trip to Toronto, and he got mugged in Toronto right after.
Oh, come on.
And
this guy wasn't mentally.
They took his wallet and his passport. Oh. And so, he had to go to the embassy, shit like that. Fucking poor guy. So yeah, I did do that. I did light my friend on fire, and I wanted it to be cool, and I took it too far, and it was awesome. That video is sick. I love when I do kind of love when that comes up in things like this, because I'm just like, that really was cool. It was very scary, but it was really cool.
All right. So why do you have a white Nissan Rouge?
I don't know. It's my wife's. That was the car that she picked, kind of thing. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. The other car that we have is it is a red Mini Cooper with the British flag on top of it. Like the most obnoxious fucking car you've ever seen in your life.
Cooper. Yeah.
The Mini Cooper. So it is so fucking obnoxious. And like so that was my wife Maddie's car just forever. Like when we started dating, that was her car, and I didn't know that was her car. So she picked me up from the airport because I flew in to meet her and go on our first dates and stuff like that. And I remember getting to that car, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this? What have I gotten myself into?"
And you flew there. You can't just like go back home. Like, I'm
there for a week.
Yeah.
Too late.
I'm there for a week, and I'm just like, dude. Who the fuck is this girl? Like, who the yeah, someone's like fish and chips ass car. Like,
you spotted the car from the plane.
Yeah, literally. And lore wise, I will say this car is very appropriate for her because her and her parents like love British comedy and shit like that. So this is lore supported. This wasn't yeah, this is not like a whimsical decision like, oh, I think this is just so fun.
They didn't win the car or like
no, that was a calculated decision. They earned those stripes kind of thing.
Quite literally, yeah. And
then I don't know, we bought another car. So I drive a Nissan Rogue. Let me tell you something though. It's not it's not as bad. Let me tell you something about Nico Calderon from Church Tongue Knocked Loose. For the longest time, Nico is 5'4". He's a little guy. He drove around a yellow Hummer H3 for years. And I remember after a show one night, we went and saw this band, Better Off. And my friend Luke, who sings and plays guitar for that band, we go get Waffle House, and Nico is like, I have to run to the house. I'll come meet up with you guys or whatever. I remember seeing this Hummer pull up, and I was like, oh, Nico just got here. And I saw Luke go, no way. No way. That's not what he's driving. Get the fuck. He sees him hop out. And me driving a Nissan Rogue is fine.
Okay. So some
threw him
people
under the bus to save my ass.
Overcompensating and others aren't. I get it.
Yeah. I threw him under the bus to save my ass here, but yeah.
Are you bow-legged?
I'm not bow-legged.
Okay.
Faith, Hunter's girlfriend, is the most body dysmorphia inducing motherfucker I've ever met in my entire life. You should ask Brandon what she has done to his psyche. Okay. She has ruined him.
PTSD now.
His self-perception is it's in hell. It's so low. And I was tracking for the LP, and Faith is sitting on a couch. If this is me, I'm tracking, right? Faith is sitting in a couch, like effectively like back here somewhere. And Hunter is on a couch effectively like here where this desk is. They're kind of yapping in between takes. And Faith is, who cares about what she was talking about before? She's just like, yada, yada, yada. Mike's bow-legged, and then continues what she's saying, and everyone, and I don't hear it because I'm like in between takes. So I'm like, so I just screamed something, and Brandon's playing it back for me, and she's like tearing me apart, and then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is so funny? And then they tell me that, and I was like, oh, that's where we're at now. I'm like, now Faith is going to give me body dysmorphia. And she edits photos too. So all of a sudden she sends this photo to the group chat. Dude, I can find it. Hang on. I have to find it. Dude, she's brutal. She's absolutely brutal.
You want that person on your side,
Yeah.
You do. No, you really do.
I love also that she was bringing it up casually. That's the best part. Just like a little comment like that. Super.
It was nothing. It was nothing to her. She just goes, Mike is bow-legged. And then moves on. I'll submit the photo. That's what's going to happen. I'll submit the photo, and here it is.
I'll add it in post. There we go. Okay, so who's Smokey Mokey?
So I just want to let everyone know that I am
a lot of just setting things up a lot.
There's forced lore dumping happening here. You could shoot an arrow at them legs. God damn it. So I have been sober for about 2 years now. Just a decision that I made. I didn't have like a huge event, but I decided I was done. I've had my fun. And I used to smoke weed, and Smokey Mokey was what they called me. And listen, I was a good time. I'm aware of that. And and not everyone in Psychoframe ever got to see that. The only people in Psychoframe that ever met Smokey Mokey was Hunter and Jordan. Nobody else ever did. And when Jordan met me for the first time, like we kind of went on like a bender for like 4 days, because Moodering had like died on this tour, and we went and picked him up, and they just chilled at my apartment for like 4 days while they kind of figured out a solution. And really that solution just involved us like being like, I don't know, we're just partying. So that's who that is. There's many stories, photos, awesome photos of me being Smokey Mokey. But he's dead. He's dead.
Of the past. Okay.
It's a character of the past. I'm just Mike now.
Part of the lore, though. You know,
it is lore. Smokey Mokey is lore. Again, I was awesome.
You say just Mike, but you're actually more so known as Boner Mike now.
Dude, I know. What the fuck did they do that to me for? What's that about? Like, I remember seeing that shit happening. Can we get the brown Jeep lore? You can't, honestly. The Boner Mike thing. Okay, so I went through a little bit of a phase where I thought I was losing my hair. I'm not losing my hair. I'm not bald, but I was convinced that
we haven't
I was
seen it yet.
Fucked.
You got the hat on, so. Okay, there we go.
I have hat hair right now, but you know, whatever.
That's acceptable. We'll take
that's normal. Though I was a barber for 7 years. If you wear a hat like that, of course, if you remove it, it's not the same. You know, like,
right?
It's normal.
But So, anyways, I was bald. There is a photo of me, and it's just the right angle. You know, it's just the right angle, and I was also like cleanly shaven. So I look like a penis in this photo. And look, I got a big neck, right?
I'm imagining this right now with no beard, and I can see it.
I just looked like a penis. And Hunter had dropped the photo in our Discord and was like, here's Penis Mike. And then it got switched to Boner Mike. And then people started elongating the neck.
In a really not Photoshop way, like it's very like rudimentary, which makes it even better.
Yeah, it looks like shit and it's awesome. Yeah, those are awesome. There's people in that, you know, from the Psychoframe community, they have that shit on a t-shirt. And
I saw that.
I did initially make the joke. I was like, if you fucking wear that shirt and like come to a show, you have to give me $5. And fucking two people did try and Matt and Will did try and give me $5. I was like, I was just fucking with you. But that spawns some other things. You have Jordan Crane, where they have just turned him into a crane. Mm-hmm. You have Long John. Shit's awesome. Coulter hasn't gotten to.
Well, I was going to ask, have the people deliberated? Because there's been a bunch of ideas floating around, but nothing's stuck yet.
I don't think anything's stuck just quite yet. I actually probably need to revive that a little bit. I need to get them cooking because he can't just keep getting away with this and getting out clean.
There's something with the Colt 45, or there's
Flathead Brandon. That's a faith thing. That's a
body dysmorphia thing. Yeah,
dude, that's a body dysmorphia thing. Listen, his head is flat.
We're all bullying.
I know he's probably watching us. Look at me. The back of that head looks crazy. All right. Brandon, your head is fucking flat, but it is not that flat.
Okay.
Last lore dump. What is the Roach's Corner?
Fuck them. Fuck my band. Okay, there is this. It didn't stick. I can tell you that much. Because sometimes the way that I write is very on the fly and just kind of like, sometimes I just get an idea of something, or like what really happens a lot is I mishear something that is said. And I was listening to, I want to say it's by Propaganda. Let me look here. Propaganda. Bring me up the artist. There it is. Yep. Dear Coach's Corner by Propaganda.
Okay.
And it came up, and I think I'm like kind of dyslexic or something, because sometimes I read or hear things different, and I'm like, what the fuck did they say? And I rewind, and it's not what they said at all.
Okay.
Sometimes I get my best stuff doing that, but it didn't happen this time. And I had written this lyric, and I misheard it, and it said the Roach's Corner, and I was like, I will expand on whatever the fuck that is later, but on its own, unexplained, I like it. And whenever I had like sent like my first draft of what is now the first song on the new LP, I like 2 days went by, and then all of a sudden Brandon just texted chat, and he goes, "Hey Michael, what's the Roach's Corner?" And I was like, oh my fucking God, it's a thing. It was a thing. And then every member of Psychoframe was just like, can you tell me about the Roach's Corner? And I was like, fucking let me explain what I'm going for. You're getting me right now. I'm vulnerable. Psychoframe, live from the Roach's Corner. That's the live album.
There we go.
Perfect. We got it.